Alright, welcome to Plasticware Sewing Workshop. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to cut a sleeve. How to cut a senator sleeve. As you can see, we've already cut out our bodies. We've cut the body of the senator. We've cut the body. We've cut the neck. We've also cut out the armhole. Everything about the body is okay. Now I want to show you how to cut sleeve. How to cut sleeve. Today's measurement, the measurement of the sleeve is 15 and a half inches. So the 15 and a half is a kind of a three-quarter hand of a senator. So first and foremost, once you have finished cutting out your bodies like this, bodies, once you finish cutting it, take note of your armhole. Take note of your armhole. Take note of your armhole. If you actually want to know how to cut these bodies, there is a video in my channel. We already had this tutorial on how to cut a senator bodies. So go through the video and know how we got this, the neck, and how we just cut out this bodies. So for the sake of this tutorial, I'm only concentrating on how to cut a sleeve. How to cut a sleeve. Already our sleeve length is 15 and a half. 15 and a half. So the moment you're finished cutting this, take note of this. Take note of your armhole. Take note of your armhole. Measure it from this part to here to know how many inches you have as your armhole. So I'm taking the measurement. This is very important for you to be on sofa side. Now I have 10.1. 10.1. This measurement, I don't joke with it. Even if it is 10.05, let it be 10.05. Now we're having 10.1 on it. I have 10.1. So I always pen down this measurement. I always pen it down. Now I'll write it down here, 10.1. 10.1, so that I will not forget it. 10.1, our armhole measurement, our armhole curve is 10.1. Now let me bring fabric that we will use to cut the sleeve. Now before we fold the fabric, to cut out the sleeve, another thing you must have in mind is the chest measurement of the bodies. The chest measurement. Now the chest measurement of this person is 40. Why I'm saying this is for you to know exactly what you're going to fold in for the depth of your sleeve. So this person's chest is 40. Now 40 divided by 4, you have 10. So what you are going to fold in double is 10 inches. 10 inches. That is what you are going to fold. Remember, the sleeve is going to be 2. So in folding this now, I will look forward to get 20 inches, so that when I double fold it, I will now have 10 inches. Yes, this is exactly 20 inches. Now I'm going to double fold it, making it 4. If I double fold it like this, I will have 4. I want to cut out the 2 sleeves at once. If I wanted to cut out only one part of the sleeve, only one side of the sleeve, I will make this to be 10, in exactly 10. But now I want to cut out the 2 sleeves at once. I will make it to be, since I have already known that the depth I need is 10 inches. I need only 10 inches. The width of the armhole I need is 10 inches. And how did we get that? We get that from our chest measurement. If you divide your chest into 4, you have the depth, the width of your sleeve. So now let's go. I already know that I'm going to cut out 10 for each of them. So I'll fold this to be 20. I'll fold this to be 20. You can also do this more allowance. So this I'm good. I'll go with this. Okay, this is 20.5. So I just want to arrive at 20 so that I will not waste my fabric. I will not actually waste my fabric. So this is it. Let me give it small ironing so that alright, I'm going to fold this again to join. Since I already have 20 here, I'll just bring this one close to this place. It will give me 10 inches. This is 10 inches. So I'm good to go to cut out our sleeve. Right, make sure as you're folding it, make sure that they are equal here. The inner one is lapping with this outer one. Just make sure that they're equal. You can actually iron it down. So I'm going to roll a line from this end. Make sure that the four of the material are in order. This this line will just be my starting point. Fine. I believe you can see the chart. Okay. Now our sleeve length, remember we said is 15.5. 15.5. So we're going to take the sleeve 15.5 down. Now you will add ½ inch for joining. Remember we didn't add any allowance, we didn't add any joining allowance. We didn't add any joining allowance. If you watch the tutorial on how to cut the borders, I didn't add any allowance on the shoulder, any joining allowance on the shoulder. So right now there is where you will add the joining allowance, because the sleeve is what you are joining to the borders. So you add ½ inches allowance. Now I will have 16 inches. 16 inches. Now what, depending on what you are going to do at the round sleeve of it, if you are going to fold it, or if you are going to use another material to fold it. If you want to use another material to fold it, now you can add ½ inch again, another ½ inch, so that you will, the ½ inch is what you will use to join the material that you are going to use to fold the mount of it. Add half. So totally now we've added 1 inch, ½ inch sewing allowance, and ½ inch joining of the material we're going to use to fold the mount this side. So for this one, I'm going to turn it in. I'm going to use another material. I'm going to use the same white to turn it, because it's going to have a double fold at the mount, at the round sleeve, at the mouth of the hand. So I've already added 1 inch in total, so I have 16.5. Initially the sleeve length was 15.5, so I added ½ inch for the joining and ½ inch for the material I'm going to use to turn it. So on that note, I'm going to sew in half. If I bring the material, I will use ½ inch to join that material I'm going to turn this. I'm going to use to turn it. So that is the excess of the half we added again. So it's now 16.5. So I have my 16.5 here. So I'll roll it. So this is where you will now measure your round sleeve. What is our round sleeve? Our round sleeve is 12.5. So round sleeve, now you're going to divide it into 2. 12.5 divided by 2, you have 12.5. 12.5 divided by 2 will give you 6.2. 6.2. So you mark your 6.2 exactly. So remember, when we are cutting our borders, just do well to go watch the tutorial video on how to cut the borders. So when we are cutting the borders, we use 1 inch. We use 1 inch for the sewing allowance. So that same 1 inch you use for the sewing allowance, since you have measured your 12.5 here, now you measure 1 inch. This is the 1 inch sewing allowance. So this is where the cotton will come from. So we are done with this side. Now the next thing, you will now consider how deep your armhole will be for you to get an accurate depth of your armhole. Accurate depth of your armhole. Divide your chest measurement into 10. If you divide your chest measurement into 10, this measurement we are using for this, the chest measurement of this cloth is 40. If you divide it into 10, you're going to get 4. 40 divided by 10, you have 4. So this is just a simple arithmetic you need to follow when you are cutting the sleeve. 4. 4. You now mark your 4 here. So from this point you mark your 4. From this point you mark your 4. Draw a straight line to join here. See this line? Now, once you have ruled this line, take measurement of this line. Just follow this step, you will get exactly what you need armhole, so that there will be no wrinkle at that armhole part. Just follow this. Now this line, you've already gotten it. Remember, you have 10 inch here. Even if it is not 10 inch, even if it's more than 10 inch, just measure the 10 inch. Make sure that it is 10 inch here. Now take note of this line. Measure this line to this end. How many do you have? Now we're having 10.7. 10.7. Now this line you have 10. This line, you're going to divide this line into 3. You're going to divide this line into 3. So before you divide it into 3, get to know the measurement first. Now we are having, just from that 10 to the beginning of this, now we are having 10.7. Divide this 10.7 into 3. You have 10.7 divided by 3. You are having 3.5 thereabout. 3.5 is thereabout. So we're going to make use of 3.5. If you mark 3.5 here, this is another 3.5. So this line has already been divided into 3. 1, 2, 3. So the main one we are following, the main one we need is just this one. This one here. Just follow me. You will get what you want. So you might decide to draw the line. This one will come inside. This one will come like this. Bisect from this 3 here, then come to the end. Come to the end. This is how to get your. So I'm going to cut it now. Just watch me. you see where I basted that 3.5 then to meet this point. So now I have my armhole curve already. So remember the measurement we took, that our armhole curve from the border is, we measured and it was 10.1. That is what you're going to use here now. So I'll put my 10.1 here, put my 10.1 here and measure it down as it is curvy. Just follow it, measure it. So now exactly here, this is my 10.1. so this is where I'm going to connect to this place and cut it. You see? So I'm cutting it. It will not just be straight. You have a curve on it. So I can now cut out this place. So the center part of this. Fine. Always take note of the wrong part of the clothes. This is the wrong part. This is the front part of it. And this is the wrong part again. So our sleeve is ready. Our sleeve is ready. Did you see that the sleeve did not go deep more than it's supposed to be? This is exactly how it is at the armhole. So when joining it, you can as well place this at the first part of it, then join it straight, rather than to joining from the middle. Join here, then you join here. This is exactly your armhole circumference. So when joining it, just join it with full confidence that it will go around the armhole circumference on your borders when you are joining it. So follow this. If you derive value from this video, please do well to subscribe to this channel. For more amazing value, amazing videos, and more sewing techniques will be dropped on this channel for you. So thank you so much for being part of this tutorial today. God bless you. Remember, Classy Wear Sewing Workshop. Subscribe to this channel. God bless you.